Vikings. My name's Alex Hamill.
I'm Jasper.
And you're watching Dissecting Vikings. So, they're not going to kill Lagertha.
No.
Ever. She's going to be a continuing character right to the final
She
episode.
will ascend to godhood and become enter the gates of Valhalla and then become a mythological figure that travels from village to village imparting wisdom.
Yeah, they're just going to ramp up her power and significance. It's funny because she's had a clear and definite arc, the farm woman at the side of Ragnar to getting her own power and becoming an earl or whatever she became, and then she had the whole downfall like Ragnar and came out of it and was injured in battle and was I'm done now.
She's gone full circle and become a farm woman again.
Yeah, she's completely gone full circle, come through her arc, and it's back at the beginning where they killed Ragnar off. They're we're gonna start again with Lagertha? The writer thinks that somebody is interested in watching her do this all again? We get it. She was a good, competent character. She's done it though. What's she doing it? She's doing it again?
Yes, she's doing it again. Because the writer, I don't know, I guess it's it's the Iron Man thing or the fucking Wolverine thing, right? You can't kill the popular character, even though that character might not actually be all that popular. I don't know if she is or not really in touch with the Viking fan base.
I don't know if there is much of a fan base now, to be honest.
Does anybody actually watch these?
The last one got 100 views.
Oh, really?
That's 100 people.
Yeah, there you go.
Pressure's on nowadays.
Okay.
But...
Bunch of nerds with nothing better to do.
I mean, not nerds if you're watching this. Yeah, all the storylines at the moment, Viking has always been a drama rather than an action show, but all the storylines seem to be progressing rather slow. We're at episode 5 now, we're halfway through this block of 10 episodes. Vitsek's crazy, that's basically what they've set up. I like all the horror elements, I like all the
but there's nothing, the problem with the horror elements though is that there's nothing, see when Ragnar was still alive, those horror elements had real world consequences because he was the one that was in control. So there were consequences, as you say. He's the king and he's having these drug moments where he's vomiting up the spiders and shit. Whereas Vitsog's freaking out, who gives a fuck, it's Vitsog. He can't achieve anything in the world anyway.
And it's episode 1, Vitsog's crazy. Episode 2, Vitsog's crazy. Episode 3, Vitsog's crazy. It's he's gonna go and try to kill Ivar, right?
And Lagertha's raising a peasant army.
Yeah, so the bandits have already attacked, and now they're going off. Now they're going to attack again.
Yes, because they've just got infinite supply bandits, right? They just go out to the woods and pick them off trees.
So we were talking about the bandits and their motivations. And basically, they want to kill for recreation. They enjoy killing women and children. They want their grain.
I think it's like being a Viking.
Yeah,
right? Viking is an occupation. I think banditry is an occupation in this world. And
so
they're bandits. Banditry is what they do.
They live in the forest,
rape women, and
smash
they murder
heads.
Children. They live in the forest. That's what they do.
I thought it would have been interesting if you had made the lead guy a sympathetic character with some character, because he's been exiled from society.
If he was actually a character instead of they just show pictures of him being staring at a house in the woods.
It would have been a nice subversion. It's you think this guy's the villain, then all of a sudden you turn around and Bjorn. It's no, Bjorn has fucked this guy over. He could have executed him, but rather he made him an exile who can't interact with society whatsoever.
So this is my problem, right? So you've got Kattegat, right?
Yeah.
And they haven't really established how far away from Kattegat that they've settled.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And so then you got to wonder, okay, it can't be too far because they were traveling between Kattegat and this settlement.
Yeah.
So where are all of these villages are paying tax back to the jarl for protection, for roads, for guards to keep things like bandits under control. So what are they doing in Kattegat? They're not you see, it comes back to Kattegat, and there it's what's his face, the Uber, that's one.
Yeah.
Uber's sitting there on the throne. He's taking interviews about the fact that they've discovered where Ivar is, but you don't see him doing any sort of day-to-day business. As this is instead, you've got this village getting attacked by fucking...
Yeah, not once did Lagertha say we should get aid from Kattegat.
No.
Or we should just leave.
What's her face? Fucking...
Shrek lady?
Shrek lady. She had a vision and decided that she had to go and save them.
Instead of like Lagertha, this like...
Why isn't there guards patrolling this area? If this is like a day away from Kattegat, why are they allowing massive like hordes of bandits? Like there was more bandits and they were more well equipped than Bjorn's army that tried to take on fucking what's his face. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, these aren't all exiles.
Because they all had horses and they were all fully armed and they got shields and like it's like, okay, where are these people coming from and why?
Yeah. So they must have like a village that they live in.
Well, maybe, or is Uber like is more time passed than what we're really aware of, right? Is time passing a little bit quicker than what we're aware of, and Uber's day-to-day running of Kattegat is actually, he's unlike Ivar, he's actually really incompetent and like he's suppressing the people. He's actually running the place like a crazy tyrant because of his incompetency. And so banditry is going through the roof because all these people, the economy's failing, all these people are without work, they're going to starve to death because winter's coming. Is that what's happening? Because otherwise, where the fuck are all these bandits coming from?
Just a mass influx of bandits. Also, Lagertha is a horrible, horrible grandma. They like, they purposely had children out in the forest as like scouts and signals, and then like 5 kids get fucking murdered. Yeah. And then Bjorn's kid gets murdered. Like, she had
the funny thing about that fight, right, was that they had this wall around the village, and they had this gate, and they barred the gate, and so what they
were all in, and the kids were all outside.
So Lagertha's plan, but in particular Bjorn's son, Lagertha's plan was to just put him behind like a little wicker mesh thing, literally right next to the gate, on the outside of the gate, where the bandits are going to come through.
Yeah. Like, my mum often watches my daughter, and if I rocked up one day and I was like, "Where's Ella?" and
she was like, "Oh, she's out there watching for bandits."
She's my bandit scout. I got her lighting signal fires and hiding behind fucking thin.
I mean, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
I would go and get it though.
Yeah.
For the amount of time they spent with Lagertha, and it's not resolved yet, it's not anywhere near resolved. I thought this would have resolved in one episode.
Yeah.
Basically, like, what is Rollo doing? He's like the Duke of Normandy.
Yeah.
What is like Alfred doing? He's like the reformer of England. He had massive changes for their society. He built them a fleet. He made them like literate to the Bible. He got it out of Latin so the priests didn't have like let's see Rollo. Let's see Alfred. Let's see Floki. Like, what is happening? Why are we seeing Lagertha?
Floki dead. Floki died in the cave. I think it's the only thing I can. Floki's not coming back.
I think the actor that plays Rollo is doing another show at the moment, so he's basically out. So he's just going to come in, probably before the end, presumably. But like, there's a storyline there. The Duke of fucking Normandy.
Yeah, there's a storyline there.
Yeah, let's see this
crazy fish out of water, the batshit crazy Viking berserker out of water,
trying to deal with economics and politics and all that.
That would be great.
That would be great.
That would be way more interesting than fucking Lagertha's peasant army.
She's gonna defeat the.
But like I said though, if she like raised a peasant army, and then decided, okay, well, Uber's ability to govern is like he's turned into a retard.
Yeah.
And then goes and attacks Kattegat with a peasant army. That would be amazing.
And overthrows them.
Yeah.
Becomes queen. Defeats
But that's not
Ivar.
gonna happen.
No. I mean, at that point, it's just satire, right?
Yeah,
it's just,
but that'd be great. I would enjoy that.
Just for the sheer, what the fuck factor. The writer obviously presumes that there is a strong female fan base out there that.
Yeah, there was a whole scene
Lagertha.
at the end there. At the end of one of those episodes where it was like all these young shield maidens and then the old shield maidens, and they were all like hugging and stuff.
Women and.
Yeah, it seemed very much because none of those characters have been established except for Lagertha and Shrek Lady.
Yeah. So we're watching non-characters.
Yeah. Like the young shield maidens weren't that they were like fawning over weren't characters. They were not named characters. And so it's like, okay, I don't know any of these people. I don't know what their social circumstances are. Why are we spending so much time with them?
Yeah. 5 episodes in and it's still not resolved.
Yeah.
It is not important to me. What's important is that I am certain, since they did not manage to steal our grain, that they will attack again soon.
So Jasper, what did you think of The Rise of Skywalker?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, so I said to you, The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
The whole story of The Rise of Skywalker should have been the outline for the entire trilogy.
Yeah.
You could have had the whole, like the first movie could have worked perfectly. You would have had Rey on the planet. Some circumstance arises where she has to escape, and the MacGuffin becomes the ship. Right? She has to go find the ship. So they go to that Burning Man festival. And they find the ship, and then that's the first episode. Yeah. Right? And you've got a bad guy who's also trying to find the ship and stop them from finding the ship. That's all you need. That's the first episode. Second episode, okay, the bad guy is actually Kylo Ren, and he's like the First Order, and they're being funded by someone, we don't really know what's going on, and now Rey, in getting to the ship in the first one, is now connected with the Resistance, okay, and we need to go and try and stop the First Order because they've got some big death weapon. All right, done. Second one, done. Third one, okay, it turns out their real source of funding for the First Order was fucking Emperor Palpatine. He's still alive. Now we've got to go have the ultimate showdown.
Yeah, the conclusion.
It would have worked perfectly.
Yeah. But instead, we had the first movie that introduced the characters, the second movie which killed them.
And then the third movie where it was like, fuck,
what do we do?
We actually have to tell a story.
Palpatine, Star Destroyers, space! All within 2 hours.
And you could have even done like the whole... Because I really liked Kylo Ren's character.
He was like the one character that had a character.
Yeah. You still could have done that whole like unwavering between the dark side and the light. You could have still done all of that.
Yeah.
You could have hit all of the beats that they did manage to hit in the actual trilogy.
But tell a cohesive arc.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the trilogy now, it's
all fast.
Set up, conclusion in the second one, and then just something else in the third one. We'll throw all the balls at the wall and see which one sticks. Balls don't stick.
No.
That's not an analogy.
Well, yeah. But yeah, it was... The third movie is it's a good Star Wars standalone film. Yeah,
if you turn off your brain and don't think about it, you can kind of enjoy it. But it just, a lot of plot holes, a lot of like, they didn't have time to develop all the ideas.
No. And it would have been nicer if that third movie had been split up into 3 movies. Yeah. So we'd had time to sort of
develop
the original
the
Star Wars
ideas.
films are fairly slow.
Yeah, they're a simple fantasy story. Yeah. Sword in the stone. Yeah. Kid finds sword in stone, beats the evil knight.
Yeah.
That's it. The wizard gives him advice. That's it. That's all that happens. 3 movies. But yeah,
it looked amazing though. There were a lot of the sets and stuff looked fun. Like this scene where it cuts to Kylo Ren after he has his mask fixed. And he's standing in his quarters. Just the white and the black looked fucking fantastic. Yeah,
like it's got all the money in the world to throw at this film. Did you watch The Mandalorian?
No.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, like your kids would love it.
Yeah.
It's like a good example of really basic, simple storytelling done well.
Yeah.
Rather than big, epic, vast shit just not done well. But yeah, it has a lot of the same production values.
Tell you what I did watch.
What's that?
Dracula.
Oh yeah, I've
right?
seen things
You should watch it. You should watch it because it's this crazy. It's really weird, right? So it's 3 episodes long.
Okay. Is it like Bram Stoker's novel?
So the first one is like Bram Stoker's novel, the first episode.
Okay.
Right? The second episode is still really engaging and really good. Like it starts out really fucking strong, eh?
Yeah.
And then the second one is still really engaging and really, because it's made by the BBC.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Really, really engaging. And then the third episode becomes a BBC show. It becomes like fucking Torchwood.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, seriously. It just does a total 180,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, what? Like I watched it last night. I'm going, what the fuck is this?
All within 3 episodes.
Yeah, within 3 episodes, it just completely changes. I'm going, what the fuck? Yeah, you should watch it just for the experience of just being totally blindsided.
That
it
is
becomes
interesting.
really strange.
Because that happens often over like 3 seasons worth of material.
No,
they run out of ideas.
It's literally between one episode and the next. It's like, what the fuck?
It's like, we got the book, we'll adapt that. This is obviously the next steps.
And then it's just a BBC, so they had to make a BBC show.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's like the Doctor Who, how they're always in like modern day UK.
Yeah, they don't have the money. Yeah.
That's what happens. It's weird.
This channel's called Dissecting Who, and I'm supposed to be fucking reviewing Doctor Who. New season come out, and I don't care at all anymore. Like, I'm just so like null and void.
They don't write good.
No, it wasn't even like a dumpster fire that would be good to like dissect and analyze why none of it works and why it's all garbage. It was just so bland and like vague and boring. They did the master thing.
Oh, is it?
It's just like, is this what we're doing again? How many times have we done the master?
At least make it interesting though.
Yeah, it wasn't at all. So yeah, I don't know if I'm reviewing Doctor Who ever again.
You can change the name of the channel.
No.
Dissecting Alex's life.
Oh shit. Oh no. My crippling daddy issues. I haven't got my license.
We were talking about earlier you've never caught a fish.
Yeah. I am quite effeminate. Non-beard and my long hair.
Yeah. My hair's getting longer.
It is. What are you going to do with it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Longer?
I don't know. Do you think I should...
Get the Viking, like, dreadlocks.
Gonna go full Uber. Do you think I should shave? Do you think this looks stupid? This shitty neck beard?
I don't care.
Fair enough. I'll just see what happens.
Grow the Fu Manchu out, like plait, like one little plait.
I have like 6 mustache hairs. Like, if I grew this long, I don't know. It looks stupid. You know?
Yeah.
I don't want to be clean shaven though. I think I look better clean shaven, but I don't want to be clean shaven. I don't know. We need to start abusing steroids so I can grow a beard. Just like...
Well, it's not... Yeah, I don't know, but... Go get like, facial, like, hair implants. You can grow the same hair that's growing out of your head from your face.
I'm sure that would look normal.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like, transgender women grow beards? Like, what are they taking?
I think it's implants.
You reckon it's implants?
Yeah,
you don't reckon it's just like hormones?
No, it's implants.
No, I'm not doing that. I only have enough money for a Fu Manchu and sideburns. Then I'm just stuck with that beard style for life.
Just get like David Bowie's face as hair implants.
You don't have to have it a certain length.
Yeah.
Because if you just grew it, it'd just be a patch. Vikings!
Yes.
We're reviewing Vikings.
That is a show.
I don't know, should I even review Vikings anymore? I don't know if I'm even interested in reviewing this.
Yeah, do you actually want to have a YouTube channel?
I want to have a YouTube channel, but I feel like we should be like reviewing The Expanse and stuff.
No, yeah. You need to sit down and watch The Expanse. You need to sit down and watch... Well, this is Amazon, right? You need to watch The Expanse, you need to watch Terror, because that's fucking great. There's a couple of other shows, not many, it's like Netflix, right? There's 1 or 2 shows that are great.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would fucking love The Expanse, because I've read all the books.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I feel like the Doctor Who thing's done. Like, I've done 41 episodes. Like, I've pretty much said
what I need
to say.
Are you still doing like the old episodes though?
I would like to do the Tom Baker episodes like every month or so. But like, for the most part, I'm kind of out.
Yeah.
Same with kind of Vikings. It's still a reasonably
I mean, I
good
enjoy it.
show.
I enjoy it.
I enjoy watching it.
Coming over and watching it. But then again, I'm watching like 3 or 4 episodes at a time. I'm not sitting there watching each episode individually. And you're watching them, what, 3, 4 times each? Yeah.
But I feel like we should be, you, Steve and I should be doing The Expanse. And like,
We should watch The Expanse. The Expanse is fucking fantastic.
when season 5 comes out, we'll review that episode by episode.
Okay.
And Dune, I'm excited to review Dune.
Dune should be good.
It's only a year away.
Yeah. What do you think about the sisterhood of Dune?
I
don't know what that is going to be, eh?
There is actually a book by the Sun called The Sisterhood of Dune, where it chronicles like the beginning of the Bene Gesserit and their
Well, my
formation.
understanding is that, like, I was watching a YouTube fucking video, and they were talking about how the idea is that the universe of Dune is populated by like all these noble houses and these lords, you know, surrounding the Landsraad and the Trone Company and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And that the interconnecting threads for all of these people are the Bene Gesserit wives and concubines. And so the premise is that that's what it's about, like this sisterhood of like Bene Gesserit concubines and stuff that are
the woman behind the great man.
But that interconnects all the great houses and stuff.
That is really interesting.
I mean, it could be fucking amazing, or it could just be hot garbage.
Apparently, fucking Denise Villeneuve is directing the first episode.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know who's doing it. Is it HBO or somebody? They're throwing money at it.
Yeah, they're throwing money.
There's a fucking vast, epic, in-depth fucking universe. Could we do book reviews? Could we review?
I don't
like,
see why we
Dune,
couldn't do book
and then
reviews.
Dune the side?
We could definitely
Children
do
of Dune.
Yeah, do audiobook reviews.
Yeah.
Get sponsored by Audible.
I mean, I don't know.
They throw fucking money around and get YouTubers to sponsor them. There's all heaps of YouTubers that are fucking shilling.
Oh yeah, the ads at the beginning. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So
we'll see what happens. But yeah, like Vikings, like I don't know, like there's this group of like kings voting for Bjorni and they're throwing pieces of wood in like a little pond in the middle. It's like, oh, how will the vote go? But then like you juxtapose it with like Dune and the vast world that is happening there.
Yeah,
maybe that's what we should do.
It's also the archetypical characters, right? Like these really interesting, engaging archetypes as they play out across these vast stories.
Yeah.
Where you don't get that's not happening in Viking.
I was talking to Mark about God Emperor Dune, how fucking Leto II has like all the memory of all his ancestors and all these talking voices, and you can see like all these paths through future and all this stuff. And I was like comparing that to The Rise of Skywalker, where the Emperor's like, I have all the Sith within me.
Yeah, okay, no, that makes sense.
It was like one line.
That big thing that he was on. It's very Leto II-esque.
But instead of like a fucking 1800 fucking page novel, it's I have all the Sith within me.
Well, see, again, it would be great. It would have been fantastic if that was an entire movie.
The ideas are fine. They're just not developed at all.
Yeah, there's no time to develop.
Yeah, it's just like Sidious is back.
Bam.
Snoke is a clone. I have this fleet.
Well, they didn't even like Snoke.
Destroyers.
The fact that Snoke was a clone was literally just a pan shot, and he happened to be in one of the things. It
wasn't even a line.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll see what else I got about Vikings. Vitsa's doing drugs. I don't know. Yawny. So, nah. This is still a
professional show.
This hasn't gone off the rails completely. So in real life, Bjorni becomes the ruler of Sweden, the king of all Sweden, and Harald becomes the king of all Norway.
Okay.
So, I don't know, are they gonna... I don't even care.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see, but like, how much emotional impact is it going to have? One of them's going to become king.
Yeah, they're doing like a political intrigue thing, maybe.
Yeah, which is fine, but it's not like the fucking siege of Paris.
It's not the siege of Paris.
And that's ultimately that's the issue. It's not the siege of Paris. So.
I think I just feel obligated to do it because
I think that they need to just break with like the historical realism, just go off on some crazy path and be like, okay, Bjorn's now doing an expedition down into Africa or something.
That would be interesting.
You know,
like
fuck it, we're just gonna go.
Moving narrative.
Yeah.
Where the plot line progresses.
Yeah.
It does.
But unfortunately, I think that the writer wants to stick at least with some level of historical accuracy.
Yeah, he does.
And so it's sort of like, well,
what happens? Bjorn becomes king.
It'd be interesting so presumably they're going to go to war with the Russians.
No, that there was a scene in the trailer of like, that's what's happening.
But that's going to be like,
Ivar. So Ivar has decided not to side with Oleg because he's mad, and like he's siding with the dog brother with the clip in his fucking.
No. He's siding with the prince, the young prince.
Yeah. He's grooming the prince.
Because he's the actual.
Yeah, he has the powers. Yeah. So I feel like maybe Ivar could just stay with the crazy and benefit from fucking Oleg's army and
No. So hang on a second. What Ivar has done is given the prince more options.
Yeah.
Okay, so now as the prince ages, the prince is going to have an ally against who's the fucking crazy? Is it Oleg? Oleg.
Yeah.
So now the prince has an ally against Oleg.
Yeah.
That's what Ivar's done. He's strengthened the prince's position.
Yeah. I guess if he was just all happy with him too, there'd be no conflict within the narrative. You got to have him butting heads with Oleg. That's where the story lies.
Well, if he wasn't
sneaking around behind his back and he's crazy and threatening.
Well, so if he wasn't, also if he was getting along with Oleg, he would have been able to. They would be attacking.
Yeah, Kattegat by now, destroying it completely.
Like, let's just get this done.
Yeah,
which would be nice. Some progressive.
It needs to be like, okay, Bjorn's king, they're gonna fight fucking Russia, the Russians are coming in, Lagertha's dead, we're done with that, let's start the cut.
Uncomfortable.
I mean, you're supposed to like sit up straight and I got them because they don't creak, the other ones used to creak, Mark used to like
I feel like it's gonna break.
I mean, it looks like it's gonna break. I spent $12 on that from IKEA just for don't break my $12 chair. They have like $22 or something. So basically, we're 5 episodes in. They need to make this start moving a bit quicker.
They need to do something. How many episodes is this season?
This season is 20 episodes.
Okay, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, but then that's it.
So by the
done.
10th episode mark, we want to be at the point where they're fighting the fucking...
Yeah. So we're a quarter of the way through the final season.
Yeah, well, you want the last half to be the battle. Well, not the battle, but the conflict between the two nations. Because that's what they're building to, right?
Yeah.
They're going, okay, we're not going to do the small-scale wars anymore. We're doing large-scale wars.
Yeah, I guess, that's what they're doing. Nationwide.
Nation.
We're uniting Scandinavia.
Yeah.
Or uniting Norway. And that's going to go up against Kiev.
Yeah.
So, you need to see that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. But again, like, if we're talking about like an entire nation, like the whole of a whole like kingdom like that of that size, having an expedition into Norway,
the logistics of that.
You're not talking about a single battle. Like, it's not just a one like little battle.
A decade.
Well, it's not even maybe, but. It's going to be more than one battle. So
yeah.
You're going to fight over several battles. That's not just the conclusion to one season. That's like a whole season.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to lead this army into Norway.
I would just be interested in seeing like the logistics of moving the army from Kattegat.
What they should do
to Kiev. That would be
interesting. What they should do? They should do a fucking like Hannibal series. I feel like they've already done that, but they should do
like Hannibal.
Like Hannibal.
Yeah, they
across
did do
the
that.
Alps. That'd be cool.
Oh, like that Hannibal.
I was
thinking of Silence of the Lambs.
No. Hannibal Barker.
Yeah, okay.
That's his name. Last name, wasn't it? Barker?
I'm not sure. I don't know a lot
of B, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure a lot about him other than like his complete military failings and there was an avalanche or something. Basically, he fucked up and died, right?
No, he crossed the Alps and like raided Rome for fucking years.
So it's the opposite.
Yeah, he's one of the most successful generals of all time.
That's why we're still talking about him.
Yeah.
Because he didn't die in an avalanche.
Yeah.
History.
The Romans, when they finally managed to kill him, went and sacked Carthage, where he'd come from, and then salted the earth so that nothing would ever grow there. He was not. He was extremely successful.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much like historical shit out there that they could be delving into. Instead of all these remakes and reboots, just like make a mini series.
Or do something like this, where it's like, this is what Terra I think is doing. I'm not entirely sure about this. I saw it last night and I haven't actually watched it, so I don't know what's happening with regards to it. I might be wrong. But I'm watching the first season, and I saw the thumbnails for the second season.
Yeah.
And it looks. I think it's a completely different story. Oh. It's like, we've done this little story, now we're going to go do this story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is cool.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
I would.
There is a treasure trove of amazing stories out there that happened that nobody knows anything about.
Yeah.
Because they're all fucking dumb, ignorant Westerners looking at pictures of cats and have fucking phones.
The concept, and we were talking about this earlier, the concept of like these seasons, the idea that these seasons have to keep going. And they have to go on. Like, do they have to? They can end at some point. Whereas if you've got like a show where the premise is we're going to tell this story in a season, and then we're going to, or maybe 2 or 3, and then we're just going to go and we're going to start a new story. Well, even reuse the same fucking actors. That would be interesting.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Like a showcase for an actor. You play this part, now let's see you play this completely different other part.
Yeah.
Have the same writers and directors and crews all on board. Because like storytelling is the art of the arc, the beginning, the middle, and the resolution. And like with a lot of modern shows now, they go on for so long, they never get to the conclusion. It gets to the point.
They get to the conclusion and then it keeps going.
Yeah.
Like it just keeps going and going. You go, okay, we've already had. It's like Lagertha. We've already had the arc.
Beginning, middle,
still
and
going.
end. Still going.
That's where Game of Thrones works really well. It's like it'll have an arc, and then the character dies, and you go, okay, well,
that's the end.
That's the end.
Yeah.
Like that's the first book. The first book of Game of Thrones, fucking what's his face gets beheaded at the end, and it's like, okay, well, how did I remember when I read the book, and it's like, well, how does the story continue then? There's still all these other books, but like the main character is dead.
And Ned had so many chapters.
Yeah,
you're seeing all the King's Landing politics through his perspective.
Yeah. So Ned's now dead. He's been beheaded. How do we continue? And it just does.
Yeah, it does.
But then we get a new arc, and we get a new...
Rob's arc, Rob dies. John's arc, John dies.
But they die and they end.
Yeah.
And then but the world continues. It's sort of that's kind of the theme of Game of Thrones. Whereas Vikings, I said earlier, it's like a cyclical.
Yeah.
The theme is kind of like a cyclical thing, but the characters stay around, they don't die.
Yeah.
So get rid of the characters, but then they'd have to cast new actors, and they'd have to do all this, and yada yada yada, right? Whereas if, like you say, if you just told a different story, reuse the actors. Yeah,
just cut to like hundreds of years later. Like, what is the next group of Vikings doing? What's their story? What's their arc?
Yeah. Tell smaller stories.
Yeah, smaller stories is way better. Just from watching The Mandalorian, like small, little, simple stories. There's so many like elements.
So what we've established though is that the 2.5-hour movie is not enough. It's not a large enough story. We want people want more than the 2.5-hour movie.
Yeah.
But we don't want the 10 seasons of fucking...
Chernobyl is 6 hours and it's fucking amazing.
That's fantastic.
It starts off at the end with it exploding, and then it fucking like tells the aftermath, and then the final episode with the court case tells the beginning, and it's so satisfying and well done, and it's history,
and it's all...
You're learning shit about it.
And the acting is fantastic.
It's fantastic. It's like
the only thing that threw me about Chernobyl was all these Russians speaking in a fucking English accent.
Yeah. I mean, it all should have been in like Russian and subtitled.
On Netflix, there's a bunch of like, I think they're Finnish shows, and they're really badly dubbed.
Oh, dubbed.
Right, like really bad.
Yeah.
And I started watching one last night before I was... Fuck this, I'm going to watch Terror. It's called like The Thieves in the Wood or something. It's like a retelling of Robin Hood, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Right? But like more historically, like they've put it into a particular time and
tried to pull it out of the folklore.
Yeah. And it looked really interesting. It does look really interesting, but you can only watch it in the horrible dubbed version, which I couldn't stand.
Yeah.
We had to sit down and watch it in subtitles, which is like, well, I'll just watch terror. It's as good, if not better.
The subtitles thing is bad because normally I have the TV on and running as like I cook dinner or I deal with the family. Like Next Gen is the best for that. You just put Star Trek on and it's playing in your house as you're living your life.
Painting,
Or Rogan is great for that. You put on a podcast and you fall asleep and you cook dinner and you wander off.
Yeah.
So basically, in conclusion, Vikings is moving along slowly and
pace.
Yeah, I would like to see some resolution to Vitserk, Lagertha, Bjorni, and some conflict. And television is a thing that's happening.
It is.
But we should start to review The Expanse and possibly
you would fucking love The Expanse.
I know, I haven't even watched it yet. I'm like, we should review this. We'll get around to it.
Yeah.
I feel like, there are a lot of old, stale things that I'm still reviewing because I feel obligated to, but maybe I should move out of them.
Yeah, or maybe you need to work out a way to do like a fuck this show episode.
I think this is it, possibly.
No. Like a proper send-off, like a Viking funeral.
Oh, a Viking funeral for Vikings reviews.
Yeah.
Where I burn my hard drive.
Yeah, or like the same thing with Doctor Who, right? Like where this is where you can end cap that like.
Thing. Well, with Doctor Who, I need to like watch this new season and then do an episode where I'm like, this is why I'm not on board anymore. This is why I've faded off.
You get to keep the name?
Yeah, that's the name of the channel. Dissecting Who. I mean, it could be about Doctor Who. It could be about something else.
Fair enough.
I guess if you could change it to be like Dissecting What? With Dissecting If? Dissecting If?
Dissecting, huh?
Dissecting, what the fuck is this? Someone just sat down to a Vikings review and just watched this. Us like, I'm not utterly uninvolved in Vikings. It's just like, it's okay. I sit down and enjoy it. But I don't know if I have the time or effort to.
You're not invested emotionally.
No, like
Bjorni's Sunder. Emotionally, you're going to get invested in a TV show.
I mean, I do.
Yeah, I know you do.
But there needs to be new television shows.
Yeah.
Alright, we're talking in circles now, just like Vikings. Thank you for watching. It'll help out if you could dislike this video and tell us how this wasn't a Vikings review and there's ramblings in a garage.
Good night.